Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. You're gonna have to excuse the background, going back and forth between filming Halloween videos and regular videos this week. And when I film Halloween videos, I have a backdrop, so I take the backdrop down, but it's still darker in the back because of the lighting situation. For the Halloween videos, it's a long story. Just don't mind that for this video. I'll have it fixed by Friday's video. But as you can see, the headband is back, so that means we are finally doing a foundation hunt. I'm supposed to do one of these a month. I don't think I've done one for like the last 2 or 3 months. My apologies, but I've got the foundations for the rest of the year good to go, so we're good to go. And because this is a long overdue foundation, let's just get right into the video. So by now, I'm sure you've all heard of Flesh Beauty. They made quite a bit of buzz a couple months ago, not only because it is a new brand, but because it was a new brand that is owned by Revlon, I believe, that was putting out 40 shades of foundation. So it's a new brand, they're putting out 40 shades of foundation, and it's owned by Revlon, so you're going to think it's supposed to be an affordable brand. This is what the foundation stick looks like. This retails for $18 for 0.16 ounces. Yeah, so let me just go ahead and read what this claims to do. Oh, by the way, the full name of the foundation is the Flesh Firm Flesh Thickstick Foundation. Really extra on the name, not just because of the words in the name, but really Flesh Firm Flesh Thickstick Foundation. Say that 5 times in a row. Okay, so it says our soft, flattering foundation sticks come in 40 true shades that glide on the skin to give medium coverage and a dewy finish. Firm Flesh sticks are multi-purpose. They let you cover, conceal, and contour on your own terms. Okay, all right. I don't read the descriptions of foundations before I try them, so that dewy there, well, I guess we'll find out. All right, so I'm just going to, oh, I have it in the shade Pecan. I'm just going to, I'm not, all right, let's blend it out before I say I'm not mad at it or anything. Oh. Alrighty then, let's just get all up in that face. Alrighty then, so that is Pecan on my face, a huge difference than the last foundation stick I featured on my channel like one video ago. But as you guys know, I only set one side of my face in these types of videos. I just can't remember which side it is. I think it's this side I'm supposed to set, so we're gonna go ahead and set this side. No, this side. We're gonna go ahead and set this one side of my face. We'll figure it out. All right, I'm gonna use the Milani Make It Less setting powder to set my face. And alrighty then, so this is one layer of the foundation stick on my face with one side set. It is currently, turn on. It is currently 11:59. Ooh, can you see that? All right, it's 11:59, so I'm gonna go about my day and then come back later so you can see how this held up on my face and give my thoughts on this foundation. Alrighty then, so you guys said that you wanted more check-ins in, wait, where am I supposed to be looking here? In natural lighting, so I do see it when you guys request things. It just takes a minute for me to remember to do it, so I'm doing it right now. I think it's like 3:13 last time I checked at the time, and this is what my face is looking like. So this is the side that is set with powder, and then this is the side that is not set with powder. I'm going to save all of my comments until I come back in like, I don't know, maybe 2 hours, 3 hours, something like that. But yeah, this is what it's looking like. Let's get a close-up look there. Alrighty then, so it is 6:02 and this is what my face is looking like. Let's quickly run down what this foundation claims to do. Medium coverage with a luminous, lightly dewy finish, true color, clarity, and shades, carefully created for every skin tone, added pigment intensifier to prevent ashy finish in dark shades, creamy and blendable formula, formulated without parabens, fragrance free. Okay, so medium coverage, I would agree that this is a pretty medium coverage. It's borderline sheer, but it's pretty medium coverage. Now again, I only used one layer of the foundation stick. With liquid foundations and even foundation sticks, I use 2, so either 2 pumps or 2 layers. But this one, I just want to give 1 layer a shot. And with this one, I'd probably stick with 1 layer of product on my face, just because I told you guys I like more of the natural, like, skin type finish, and this really does give that like natural skin like finish. However, do I think this is buildable? I do feel like, you know, you could do 2 layers and get medium, kind of going more towards full coverage. But is this a foundation that I think you would want to do full coverage with? Probably not. I don't really feel like most foundation sticks out there you want to do full coverage. There are some foundation sticks, like even the Hourglass one that I used in the other video, you could use as a full coverage foundation. I know Makeup Forever has a foundation stick that you can use as a full coverage foundation. I personally wouldn't go for a foundation stick for full coverage, but you can with some. I just don't think this is the one that you want to do that with, which brings me into the next thing, that it says that it has a dewy finish. It does. Even before I left for the day, the side that I set with powder kind of toned it down a little bit, but even then you could still see that it was a pretty dewy, you know, luminous finish there to your skin. Oh, by the way, this is the side that I set with powder, for anyone who's forgotten in a short time, even though it's not a short time for you guys who are watching. But anyway, so it does have a dewy finish. What else did you say? Let's see here. True color clarity in shades, added pigment intensifier to prevent ashy finish in dark shades. I didn't get ashy from this shade. However, and I've mentioned this with other neutral shades, that I'm kind of getting orange just a little bit. Like even when I was editing the previous footage, I was looking and I felt like at certain angles, you know, if I move, I get kind of orange, and then I'll move again and I'm like, actually no, that's a really good shade match. I think if I am going to wear this foundation, it's going to be in this shade Pecan. Keep in mind, I'm not wearing anything other than foundation right now, so I get a little bit of orange, but like workable orange. We've had this with other foundations before where it's kind of like workable red, you know, I can work with you, and then there's just like, no, like hot mess, no. I think this is kind of like workable, slight orange there, where it's kind of unnoticeable. You have to be looking hard for it to kind of notice it, type of orange. And that's pretty much all that this foundation claims to my thoughts on this foundation. We almost had it. We almost had a winner there, because if you guys have seen the videos that I've done on the Hourglass foundation stick, I really wanted that foundation to work because I like the finish that it has. However, just the shade match for that one is just not having it with my shade, and the actual formula just doesn't really work with my skin type. So we almost had it with this Flesh foundation stick, because I feel like this also has a beautiful finish on your face. I like that it gives you that, you know, like skin, I woke up like this type of look to your face, and you don't have to use that much of it, especially since it's $18 for this size of foundation stick. So I like all of that. I feel like this is a pretty good shade match, much better than the Hourglass one. So the only thing that's keeping this from being like, yes, we've got a winner, is that oil control. And you know, even though on the side that I did set with powder, it's still holding up pretty well after 6 hours, but it's getting there, and it started getting there a little while ago. So, you know, yeah, it's not this, you know, but still. And like I said, there are things that I can do to make it more oil friendly, with primers and all that other stuff, but sometimes it's just irritating when you're just like, I don't want to have to switch up things I've already been using to make this one thing work, but I could just keep looking and find something else that makes it work. You know what I mean? So that's the only thing that's irritating about it. So I'll definitely, you know, I have other primers, I have other powders, so I'll definitely still keep playing with that, since I do like the finish, and see if anything can happen there. Or we might just have to wait until like winter or something, because on the Tatcha primer and with the powders that I use every other day, again, it's still pretty good. Maybe it's just this time of the year that's just not clicking it with my skin right now. So if you like, you know, that type of finish, if you can find a shade, you know, there's 40. Do I think this is something that's worth checking out if you like this type of finish as well? You know, if you're more of the full face, all of that type of stuff, should you waste your time? Probably not. But if you are more for the, you know, get up and go, I'm going to school, I'm going to work, I need minimal makeup, my skin but better type of makeup. Do I think it's worth checking it out? Yes, I do. Alrighty then, so that is it for this video. Oh, almost forgot, it's been a minute since I have done one of these videos. Let me go ahead and insert that flash test right here. And yeah, that is pretty much it. So I hope seeing this on my face has helped. If any of you are thinking of checking this out for yourself, make sure to thumbs up, comment, and subscribe down below. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!